It's coming. Not just a date on the calendar, but a divine turning point written into the fabric of your destiny. Wednesday, May 14th, 2025. The energy you will feel on this day is not random. It is a sacred alignment designed to remove someone from your life forever. This is not punishment. This is protection. Right now, Venus, the keeper of love, worth, and soul contracts, is stepping into its most spiritual territory, carrying the frequency of endings that open the door to divine beginnings. This is the hour when hidden truths rise, illusions shatter, and God's hand redirects your path. If this message has found you, it's not by accident. You are meant to hear what comes next. So stay with me until the very end, because I will share a rare, golden insight that could change the next 48 hours of your life. Before we begin, do 3 things. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave the number 999 in the comments. Share this with someone whose spirit you want to awaken. On Wednesday, May 14th, 2025, the skies are not silent. They are alive with a rare and potent alignment, one that acts as both a door and a gatekeeper. At the heart of this shift is Venus entering Revati, the final nakshatra in Vedic astrology, known as the star of safe passage. Revati is where cycles complete and souls are guided toward their next chapter. It is the cosmic harbor before the soul sets sail into new waters. Simultaneously, the waning moon in Scorpio carries the echo of the recent full moon, still charged with deep emotional intensity. Scorpio, ruled by Pluto and Mars, reveals what has been hidden, unmasking deception, clearing karmic debts, and purging toxic attachments. Adding to this, a trine between Venus and Pluto forms a direct channel for transformation in matters of love, worth, and soul contracts, while a subtle square to Saturn ensures that only what is meant to endure will remain. The earth and water elements dominate the chart, grounding emotional revelations in tangible change. This combination is not gentle, it is surgical. It opens what mystics call a threshold portal, a narrow band of time when your higher self gains accelerated access to divine instructions. The vibration is that of endings that serve beginnings, the universe rearranging your personal landscape so that your soul can move without unnecessary weight. When Venus steps into Revati, it whispers, "Let go, so I can lead you home." And under the lingering Scorpio moonlight, that release becomes inevitable. Some people will be lovingly yet decisively removed from your path. Not by you, but by God's own timing. This is not just astrology. It is your cosmic eviction notice to anything or anyone that can't come with you into the next dimension of your life. If you've been feeling different lately, more tired than usual, dizzy, without explanation, or noticing your heart race at random moments, you are not imagining it. Your body is attuning to a higher frequency, and your nervous system is learning how to hold more light. You may feel waves of emotion that come out of nowhere, sudden sadness, nostalgia for a time you can't quite place, or tears that fall without warning. These are not breakdowns, they are breakthroughs. Your soul is wringing out the last drops of energy tied to old attachments. Dreams may feel more vivid, almost prophetic, as if your subconscious is showing you unfinished chapters. Forgotten memories can surface, not to haunt you, but to free you. Emotional triggers may appear like sudden storms, clearing the air. Even your senses are shifting. You might feel more sensitive to noise, crowds, or even subtle energies in a room. You may find yourself longing for silence, solitude, and the company of your own soul. This is not weakness. This is the gentle dissolution of karmic knots. The universe is not breaking you apart. It is piecing you together in a higher pattern. Trust this process, even if your mind struggles to keep up. There is something you were never told, something whispered only in the temples, hidden behind the veils of the mystery schools of Egypt, the sacred codices of the Maya, and the chanting halls of Tibetan monasteries. No one tells you this, because if you knew, you would never again cling to what is leaving your life. In ancient Egypt, priests of the House of Life spoke of the crossing of the Ankh, a moment when a soul's pathway was redirected by divine decree. This was not a punishment, but an ascension checkpoint. To cross, you had to leave behind what could not carry your frequency into the next realm. They understood that removal was mercy, not loss. The Mayans encoded a similar truth in their long count calendar. When certain planetary positions aligned, they called it the severing of the old cord. They believed these alignments were cosmic shears, cutting away soul contracts that had expired, often days before the individual was even aware of the need to let go. Tibetan shamans still speak of the bardo of relationships, a spiritual in-between space where bonds dissolve before new ones are woven. And in the Anatolian highlands, elders once gathered under full moons to perform the veil lifting, chanting to guide those departing from each other's path into separate destinies with peace. You are in such a moment right now. On Wednesday, May 14th, 2025, Venus enters Revati, the cosmic harbor, while the waning Scorpio moon reveals hidden truths. This creates what mystics call a 12-12 gate. In numerology, the number 12 is the complete cycle, 12 zodiac signs, 12 months, 12 primary chakras in your multidimensional body. It is the number of wholeness before rebirth. When the double 12 appears, 1212, it is a signal that your soul has completed a karmic loop and is ready for recalibration. But here is the part no one tells you. This recalibration often happens through removal. God's hand takes out the final obstacle so your next chapter can breathe. Overlay this with the 1111 frequency, the awakening code. 11 represents the pillars, the doorway, the portal. When you see 1111, you are standing between the old world and the new, with only moments to decide whether you will step through. But when 1111 overlaps a Venus Revati passage under Scorpio's gaze, the decision is often made for you by divine authority. This is why you may feel the ground shift. This is why someone may fade from your life suddenly, or in a way that feels orchestrated. Ancient mystics believed that every relationship is tied by an energetic cord that runs through the heart chakra and extends into the soul field. These cords can be healthy, feeding life between two souls, or they can become parasitic, draining your essence. The 12-12 gate, intensified by Scorpio's lunar current, cuts the cords that have crossed their divine expiry date. It is not random, it is sacred surgery. Here's what the elders would tell you if you sat with them by the fire. When God removes someone, He is not erasing love. He is freeing it from distortion. What leaves now, leaves because your soul's higher contracts demand it. You may not see the blessing today. You may feel the ache of absence, the shock of silence. But the metaphysical truth is this: the absence is an answered prayer you did not know you prayed. The Egyptians called it Shesep Ankh, the gift of life. The Mayans called it Tzolk'in reversal, the timeline shift. The Tibetans called it the compassionate cut. Right now, under this alignment, the universe is not taking something from you. It is taking something for you. And when you walk through this gate, you will realize the one who left was never meant to walk into the next temple of your life. Scorpio does not whisper when it comes to transformation. It speaks in the language of fire and water, death and rebirth. It will take you into the underworld of your own soul, not to punish you, but to retrieve the parts of you that have been buried under years of fear, conditioning, and survival. This is the moment you are standing in now, a portal of endings so profound that what emerges on the other side will not be the same version of you who entered. To walk through it, you must be willing to let the old self die. This is not a metaphor. It is the shedding of skins that have grown too tight, the burning away of identities that were built to please others but suffocate your own essence. The traumas you have carried, some from your own life, some inherited from ancestors you never met, rise to the surface now, not to overwhelm you, but to be seen, acknowledged, and released. It will hurt, and it will free you. You may find yourself remembering moments you thought you had healed from, realizing they left deeper imprints than you knew. You may feel anger at people you forgave too quickly, grief for chapters you never properly closed. This is Scorpio's medicine, to take you into the shadows you avoid, because only in facing them can you dissolve their hold. Avoiding them keeps you bound. Meeting them burns the chains. Ancestral wounds are speaking now. Patterns of scarcity, self-betrayal, silence in the face of injustice. You are the living bridge where these patterns can end. By feeling what your lineage could not feel, by speaking what they could not say, you break the cycle. The release is not just for you. It ripples backward and forward in time, freeing generations past and future. Old belief systems will also come under the scythe. You will question the stories you've lived by, about love, worth, and who you are allowed to become. Some of these beliefs were never yours. They were programmed into you by family, culture, or a wounded world. Under this energy, they crack and crumble. The truth is exposed. You are not obligated to carry them any longer. This process is not linear. There will be days when you feel the rush of liberation, as if every cell in your body is singing. And there will be days when you feel hollowed out, unsure of who you are, without the weight you've released. That is part of the rebirth. When the caterpillar dissolves in the cocoon, it is neither caterpillar nor butterfly. It is a formless soup of potential. That is where you are now, and that is exactly where you are meant to be. You will crave solitude during this time, not as an escape, but as a sanctuary. Silence becomes medicine. You will notice that the noise of the world feels harsher, that you are less willing to tolerate the chaos of environments or people who dishonor your peace. This is your spirit setting boundaries, without negotiation. There is no shortcut through this. You cannot bypass the darkness to get to the light. You must walk through it with your eyes open, trusting that the darkness is not your enemy. It is the womb where your new life is gestating. The pain is the pressure that shapes you. The loss is the pruning that allows new growth. And when the cycle completes, when you emerge from this Scorpio season of death and rebirth, you will not just be free of certain people or situations, you will be free of the self that needed them. That, more than anything, is the liberation this portal is offering you. The cosmos is shifting, but shifts in the heavens must be anchored on earth if they are to transform you. Astrology and divine timing open the gate, but ritual is how you step through it. This is the work of aligning your physical, mental, and spiritual bodies so they can hold the new frequency God is ushering into your life. The ancients knew this. They didn't just observe the stars, they responded to them. Every temple, Every sacred fire, every chant was a way of telling the universe, I am awake, I am ready, I choose my true path. Today, I will guide you through sacred acts that will clear the residue of what's leaving your life and prepare you for what's coming. These are not symbolic gestures. They are energy technologies, old as the rivers, potent as the dawn. You begin with water, because water is memory and water is release. Ancient shamans spoke to it as if it were an elder, because it holds the stories of the earth and can carry away what no longer belongs to you. Run a warm shower, but before you step in, close your eyes and say aloud, this is my cleansing. As the water flows, the past flows out of me. Step into the stream with intention. Feel the warmth on your scalp, down your spine, over your chest. Imagine it turning into liquid light, washing away the faces, words, and emotions of the person or energy God is removing from your path. Visualize the water carrying these fragments down the drain, returning them to the earth where they can be purified. When you finish, place your hand over your heart and whisper, I am clear, I am whole, I am ready. Next, you meet yourself, eye to eye. In a quiet room, stand in front of a mirror. Bring a journal and pen. Gaze into your own eyes, not with judgment, but with the curiosity of a seeker meeting the soul within. This is not about surface beauty. It is about recognition. Ask aloud, what am I hiding? Let the question echo in the space, then begin to write without censoring or editing, even if what comes feels strange or raw. The mirror is a portal. It will draw out truths you have buried. When you finish, read your words back to yourself in the mirror. If there is pain in them, place your hand on the glass and say, I release you. You no longer define me. If there is power in them, say, I claim you. You are my truth. This ritual roots out the hidden threads that keep us tied to what is leaving. And when the hidden becomes seen, it loses its grip. Many connections in our lives are tangled with survival fears, especially fears about resources, worth, and security. These are often the invisible chains that keep us bound to people or situations long after their spiritual purpose is complete. To break them, take a blank sheet of paper and write down every fear you hold about money, stability, or not having enough. Don't pretty it up. Be brutally honest. Once the list is complete, step outside or into a safe, fireproof space. Hold the paper and say aloud, these fears are not my truth. They are illusions. I am sustained by the infinite. Then burn the paper, watching the smoke rise like a messenger, carrying your fears to be dissolved in the unseen realms. As the last ash fades, affirm, I am worthy. I am provided for. I choose my true path. Venus in Revati and the Scorpio moon are amplifying both endings and emotional release. Water cleanses the aura, mirrors reveal the soul, and fire transfigures fear into light. These are not random acts. They speak the same language as the planetary currents moving over you. When you take these steps, you're not just doing a ritual. You are saying to the divine, I understand, I align, I surrender. But we are not done yet. These first 3 rituals clear the body, mind, and energy field. But the final steps will open your inner sight, fortify your boundaries, and seal the new frequency into your home and spirit, so nothing can pull you backward. The first 3 rituals prepared your body, emotions, and root energy to release. But release without activation is only half the journey. Now, we move into the inner sanctum, awakening your sight, sealing your space, and integrating the new timeline that is opening before you. There is a place between your eyebrows, slightly above the brow line, where the seat of your inner vision resides. Ancient seers called it the Ajna Chakra, the command center of spiritual perception. When you open this center, you begin to see what is truly there, not just what the world wants you to see. Sit comfortably in a quiet space, spine straight, shoulders relaxed. Close your eyes and bring your focus to that spot between the eyebrows. Imagine a small indigo light glowing there, pulsing softly. With each breath in, see it growing brighter. With each breath out, see it sending ripples through your mind, clearing illusions, doubts, and fears. Silently repeat, I see my true path. I trust my inner knowing. I am guided. Stay here for at least 7 minutes or longer if you feel called. When your third eye is active, your discernment sharpens. You'll sense the difference between what is aligned and what is a distraction. And when God removes someone, you will feel the truth of why, even before your mind understands it. Every person, every thought, every emotion leaves an energetic trace. If someone has been removed from your life, their energy can linger like a shadow in the corners of your home, even after they're gone. This ritual clears it. Choose your tool: white sage, palo santo, frankincense, or even a simple stick of sandalwood incense. Light it, and as the smoke begins to curl, move slowly around your home, paying special attention to doorways, windows, and corners. These are the liminal spaces where energies often collect. As you walk, say, only love may remain here. All else must return to its source. Visualize the smoke lifting away anything that does not belong to your new chapter. When you finish, open a window and let fresh air flood in. This tells the universe, my home is a sanctuary. I invite only what nourishes my soul. When a major shift happens, it's not enough to simply clear and awaken. You must seal the new frequency so it becomes your default state. Without sealing, old patterns can try to sneak back in. For this, you will need a small candle, preferably white or gold. Light it in the center of your space and sit before it with your palms open. Close your eyes and recall the person or energy God has removed. Without bitterness, thank them silently for the role they played in your growth. Then imagine a golden door closing gently behind them. It is not locked, it is simply closed, because that chapter is complete. Now turn your focus inward. Visualize a beam of golden light descending from above, entering through the crown of your head, flowing through every cell, and anchoring into the earth beneath you. Whisper 3 times, I am ready, I am whole, I choose my true path. When you feel the light settle in your chest, open your eyes and blow out the candle, knowing that the intention is sealed in the unseen realms. The third eye meditation attunes your perception so you don't just react, you respond with clarity. The smudging clears energetic residues, ensuring nothing from the past drags into your present. And the sealing ritual tells the universe you have accepted the closure, making space for the new to arrive without interference. When Venus moves through Revati, under the lingering Scorpio influence, it's not just about removal, it's about preparation for divine appointments ahead. These rituals align your energy with that higher destiny. You might not feel the full shift immediately. Sometimes the soul works quietly, making subtle adjustments before the breakthrough arrives. But trust this, each act you've done here is a seed. And under this cosmic alignment, seeds grow fast. So tonight, when you go to bed, place your hand over your heart and say one last time, I am ready, I am whole, I choose my true path. Then sleep, knowing the unseen world has already begun rearranging your life in your favor. Because the truth is, God never removes without replacing, and what's coming is far greater than what has left. Here is the golden advice I promised you when we began. When God removes someone from your life during a portal like this, do not chase, do not question, do not cling. The speed of your next blessing depends on how quickly you release what He has taken away. Every moment you spend looking back delays the new door that is already waiting to open. So tonight, speak it aloud. I am ready. I am whole. I choose my true path. This simple declaration aligns your frequency with the divine current moving through your life right now. I want you to take a moment and anchor this commitment. Go to the comments and write, I am ready. Let the universe and everyone who reads it know that you are stepping through this threshold without fear. If this message resonated with your spirit, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who is standing at their own gate of endings and beginnings. Your share could be the message that sets their soul free. The truth is, this portal will not stay open forever. The alignment we are in now is already shifting, and once it closes, the opportunity for this particular release and rebirth will not return in the same form for years. The question is not whether it will close. The question is, when it does, will you already be walking in the new life God has prepared for you, or still holding on to what He has already let go? This portal closes soon. The choice is before you. Are you prepared to step through?